If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, JT talks about women who go to prison to protect their man, and McDonald's buys Young Miami a chain. RichTheKid talks about issues with his record label, and why Osiris and Jacquees argue about who's the king of R&B. It's Jacquees. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, Joe, so y'all know, right? JT got out of jail last week, right? And ever since then, she done went and bought like mad chains. She more iced out than damn near everybody else in quality control, right? She dropped First Day Out. That was fire. She was just kind of talking about everything that was going on with her thoughts while she was locked up. I'm waiting for the interviews, right? I want to see like Young Miami and JT now go on the Breakfast Club, because I want to know like how she felt when she saw like, you know, Young Miami run around here with Cardi B, how she saw that they was going platinum and everything, but she was just locked up, like waiting on her turn to get out, right? But anyway, so JT goes on Twitter yesterday and she says, I was locked up with so many women who were in prison because they kept it real with men, and those men didn't keep it real with them, right? She's like, I want y'all to know, whatever you do, don't let a man influence you in a moment of love, right? If he loved you, he wouldn't put you in those situations. And then of course she goes, period, right? And I know, I see what she's saying, right? And I feel you, but you know, I'm a guy, so I agree. I see what you're saying, but also I kind of disagree, right? And my whole thing is like, all right, I've seen a lot of women do this before too, where there's so many instances where they kind of like hold it down for their man, right? And I mean, like, all right, let's say your man already got 2 strikes, you know, he got a little bit of weed on him, right? He's in a state where weed is not legal. And if he gets arrested for this weed, he's going to jail for like 10, 15 years, right? Whereas you might, you know, not have any strikes at all, and if you get arrested for weed, maybe you get locked up for 6 months or whatever the case may be, and then probation for another 6 months, right? You know, let's just say, tell the cops that it's your weed, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't go to jail for no 10 years off of that, right? And a lot of women who love their man, they will do that, right? And you know, that's a down ass bitch, a DAB. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to call it, like back in the day, like, yo, that's my down ass. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you call her down ass bitch, maybe just a down ass if you don't want to call her no bitch, but you ain't calling her bitch like in a derogatory term, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? But the whole thing is like, JT is like, yo, fuck these niggas. I ain't trying to be no down ass bitch, because those are the same niggas that's gonna be while the women are locked up out here fucking all these hoes and blah, blah, blah. You in the strip club doing all this and that, right? And I get it. But at the same time, like, JT wasn't locked up because she was holding it down for some nigga, right? She was locked up for, you know, doing whatever she was doing, right? So whatever, right? And then she follows that up with a statement saying, and it's not called being stupid, it's called being influenced in the state of vulnerability. We taking these niggas' money and putting ourselves first out here from now on, city girls, right? And I get it, right? That's their brand. They're kind of like, you know, bashing men a little bit, but I wouldn't say bashing men. I have nothing against the city girls. I love them, I fucks with them. They got dope music, and both of them are cool too, right? But I feel you, JT. I feel you. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so McDonald's, did y'all see that? They sent Young Miami a whole chain, right? And this is crazy, right? So they go Carisha, right? They use her government name, which is bugged out. I don't know, she must know somebody like the CEO of McDonald's or something, because anyway, right? They go Carisha. Congratulations on your soon-to-be small fry. We wanted to help you celebrate in true city girl style with this specially designed, one-of-a-kind take on your favorite McDonald's menu item. Enjoy your brand new chain and our world famous fry box from McDonald's. City girls going platinum. Cheers. From your friends at McDonald's, right? And then in the small print down at the bottom, they go, P.S. If you decide to post this on Instagram, please make sure you tag us, right? And this is funny as hell, but it's also dope because y'all see they got her like a iced out chain, right? The fries are gold, right? It's got red rubies on it. You see the gold emblem, the M. You see that the M has diamonds all in it. The fries got, I mean, there's diamonds all over this thing, right? It is crazy the way McDonald's just dropped a bag on this, right? So then Young Miami does post it on Instagram, right? She says, yo, she goes, LOL, thank you McDonald's for the small fry chain. I love it. It just makes me love my 6-piece nugget with the sweet and sour sauce even more. And then she goes, now can I get a commercial, right? Which is funny as hell, right? Because think about it, right? This is the damn commercial, right? Young Miami got millions of followers on Instagram, and she posts up a product, McDonald's, something that's highly recognized by everybody. Plus all the blogs like me and everybody else are going to be talking about it. Plus she's going to be walking around with a whole chain that has a McDonald's fries on it, and people gonna be like, yo, you got a McDonald's chain, right? So that is the commercial, but I'm sure that they probably will give her a commercial too, right? But the whole thing is funny, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below. So RichTheKid goes on Instagram and he's like, dear friends, family, dear family, friends, and loved ones. In the past 6 months, I've been dealing with a massive amounts of headaches trying to release music. I've not been able to release music as consistently as in my past years, but it hasn't been my fault. I want to apologize and thank every one of my fans, especially the day ones who have been supporting me since my mixtape days. I'm sorry I haven't been able to update y'all like I wanted to, but fuck it, now it's up. Y'all hating that, right? He changes the whole tone of this letter right there, right? He goes, now y'all hating ass rap niggas better stay in the house because I'm coming for you all. Fans, go comment money bags under my post if y'all ready for this tape I'm about to drop next month. And my family, and I'm doing this for my family and nothing more. I came from nothing. I already won. Everyone have a blessed day. I woke up and I felt like I needed to explain this to my family, my friends, and my fans, right? And this is dope, man. Like, I'm happy that RichTheKid is about to like come back out, but he hasn't been gone for that long, right? Then he also follows that up and says, artists, be careful what you sign and who you trust. I'm rich for life. I might drop the track list tomorrow. This message is for my fans only. I love y'all, right? And this is crazy because a lot of artists have been having issues with their record labels too, right? Y'all know that Lil Uzi Vert has been having issues with his record label for like the past years now, to the point where he had to get Jay-Z and like Rock Nation management involved. He switched up his whole management team, right? Because of Generation Now and them not dropping his album or whatever the case may be, right? Lil Pump, right? I think that Lil Pump actually got dropped from his whole record label and he's independent now. But I think that's a good thing. I think if Lil Pump actually remains independent and doesn't try to find another deal, that he can make way more money than he ever made before, right? And then RichTheKid, the same thing is happening, right? But here's the whole thing, right? RichTheKid is not a new rapper anymore, right? And I think that the record label, they kind of liked the fact that he was coming out with mad music all the time as he was a new rapper, because we got to know who this person even is, where they're from, why they're from. Is he down with the Migos? Is he down with Quality Control? Is he from Atlanta? Is he from New York? You know what I'm saying? Like, RichTheKid, are you from Queens or you from the A? You know what I'm saying? And it's all of that, right? So, but now that we know who RichTheKid is, right? It's kind of like the record label's telling him, slow down a little bit on the music that you're putting out, right? And to be honest with you, I like RichTheKid's music, right? Everything that he's dropped, his projects, full-length albums, all of it is dope. He just dropped something a couple months ago, right? And then a couple months before that, he dropped something too, right? So it's kind of like they're like, hold up, man. You can't come out with 4, projects in 1 year. That's a project every 3 months, right? But we live in the streaming era, and it's not like you could take off, time like you could do before. Like Big Sean will take off 10 months and just completely disappear, right? Schoolboy Q will fuck around and take off 2 years and disappear and still come back. But those are different kind of artists, right? They're not RichTheKid, right? For a RichTheKid kind of artist who's more like a streaming artist, not an artist that they really play on the radio all like that, unless he has a song called New Freezer with Kendrick Lamar in it, right? He's more of an artist who has to come come out with the music, videos, content, even if he's just going live on Instagram and be like, yo, fuck y'all pussy ass rapper. Even if he does something like that, that's still something that keeps the fans like, oh, okay, I see you, Rich the Kid. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of seems like to me maybe his record label wants to kind of him to put out more quality over quantity now, which is cool, right? And then it also seems like they just gave him the green light, right? So now all of a sudden he wants to explain it. This morning when he woke up and decided he wants to explain it, right? He also said, yo, I might drop the track list tomorrow. That is a clear green light that the record label said, fine, let him know who's on the shit, right? So it's cool. I'm glad that he's coming back. He hasn't been gone that long. I get the frustration. But he said, like he said, for the past 6 months, he hasn't been able to drop nothing. That's because 6 months ago, he dropped something, right? And niggas don't really drop shit every 6 months. Like, you're bugging. Like, Rich the Kid, you good, bro. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below.
When you were doing your thing, bro, somebody said,
Little bro, 13 to 19, you got it.
Listen, soon as I do my shit, soon as I do my thing, you get mad at me.
I ain't mad at you, little bro. You a king.
But when you did your shit, you ain't say shit when you did your shit.
You a king, little brother. You a king. You my little bro. You a king.
Alright, now. So guess what?
You a little bro. I'm just a king.
But look, real shit though. For real shit, when you do your thing, talk about everybody else on you, somebody say shit to you. You ain't give a fuck what somebody says.
You gotta feel like that, little bro, but you gotta know what you're doing at the same time.
Okay, but when you said
you gotta know who you playing with though. It's like when you mention Jacquees, you gotta know who you talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do your homework.
I understand what you're saying, but if I feel like that, I'm the king. It is what it is.
You can't talk about. You can't say, oh, Chris Brown, he a king, and then when they mention Jacquees, you try to below it.
No, I ain't trying to below you, nigga. I said on my end. Like I said, I'm this generation. I never
little
said.
bro, we got the interview.
I understand what you're saying, but I didn't say like you. I ain't put you and Chris Brown in the same thing. I put us together.
Right, CB not in my generation.
Huh?
CB not in my generation.
Alright, Joe, so that's why Osiris and Jacquees talking about who's the king of R&B, right? And this is funny as hell, right? Because Osiris, his album just dropped on Friday, right? So he was doing like mad interviews. He did one interview where, of course, they asked him like, who is the king of R&B, right? And first of all, Osiris is new, right? He was XXL freshman 2019 this year. The album that came out on Friday a couple days ago was his first album ever, right? So they asked him, who's the king of R&B to you, right? As a young singer, who's the king of R&B? And he says Chris Brown, right? And it was funny because then they asked him about Jacquees, right? And he says, well, you know, I don't know, right? And so Jacquees kind of got offended by that whole thing. He saw it and was like, yo, I can't believe you're trying to play me. I'm the king of R&B, right? But I guess Osiris is looking at it as who did he look up to when he was coming up, right? Who does he take as an influence, right? And so for him, that would be Chris Brown, right? And so, but Jacquees is kind of saying that he's the king of R&B of this generation, of all the new niggas, right? Not Chris Brown. He said Chris Brown's not in my generation, right? Chris Brown dropped like 2006, 2007. That was a long ass time ago. Jacquees was probably like 9 years old or something like that. So he's not talking about Chris Brown, right? He's talking about of this generation, of the new people, right? And really and truly, I kind of feel like R&B maybe is a little bit dead, because who do we have that's really out here singing and like making these girls pull their panties off or whatever like that, right? I'm not talking about Trey Songz. I'm not talking about Chris Brown, right? I'm damn sure not talking about like R. Kelly and Luther Vandross and all them, right? I'm talking about people of today, right? Nowadays, if you have somebody that could sing like, I don't know, Party Next Door or somebody, he kind of wants to be a rapper a little bit, right? Party Next Door, two things about him, right? One, he's not really that consistent, and then two, he kind of leaks over into the rap lane a little bit, right? Black, right? Black is a dope ass R&B singer, but when he first came out, he was a whole battle rapper, right? You got The Weeknd. The Weeknd was a cool R&B singer, but to me, I kind of feel like he's going more on that pop route, right? So if you talk about just take off your panties for the ladies and we putting this on at night or whatever like that, and we talking R&B, I'm only thinking about 3 artists like off the top of my head today. New people. I know there's mad artists that I just named them, so don't get at me, right? I'm talking about new people. You got LMA, you got Jacquees, and you got young King Osiris, YK Osiris. So the whole thing is that LMA can't be no damn king because she's a woman. She could be the queen of R&B in this generation, but as far as YK Osiris and Jacquees goes, it's got to be Jacquees that we give it to, because YK Osiris is brand damn new, right? So shout out to both of them. And this is just funny as hell. And of course, you know, they was kind of debating about it. They wasn't really arguing or dissing each other. You can see that they have respect for each other, but it's still funny as hell, man. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.